was working with my friend Max Lewis the other day, and I realized that I have not done a video on how you limit the access to resources in QRadar. And there are three places that you need to look on. One is of course user roles. As you can see here, for example, the admin has access to everything, but if we were to create, for example, let's say that we want to give auditors some restricted access. So we can create an auditor role and then decide, well, we're only going to allow them to run reports, right? They're not going to access any of the apps. Notice that you have a lot of granularity here. Not only you have the different actions from the administration, they don't get anything on the admin tab, the delegated administration, what they can do with offenses, with the logs, with the flows, assets, vulnerability, etc. Right? But even if you scroll down, you see that you have visibility, detailed visibility onto different dashboards within polls. It's actually pretty good. So that will be place number one. So let's actually save that audit role. Now, the second place where you need to actually complement this with, and notice that you need to deploy changes after you do that, is to go into security profiles. When you go here, and we don't see that role because we haven't precisely deployed the changes, but what you do is that in here you can select what part of the network, and this has to do with the network hierarchy, what segments of the network can they see, because you may want to restrict this to this geography group or other, right? For example, these are the definitions I have in my system. Again, you do all this in the network hierarchy part, right? So I can give access to the critical servers, for example. Okay. And then you save that information. But also from the log sources, you can define which log source groups you want to give people access to. And you know, when you define you create a log source, you have the capability of assigning it to a group, and when you do, then you can use those groups. So you don't have to do that individually per every log source, but you do it from the group, and then you decide what logs can they actually access to. There's even more granularity than that. If you click on the permission precedence, you can do things like, the default is this one. You can see network and log sources, and then obviously only network, only log sources, and the intersection of the two, and the user must have access to the source and destination network, right? Or the OR condition, right? So plenty of granularity there, but there's even more. You can actually go here under resource restrictions, and you can take a role. This is a role that I had before. You can click on it and you can click edit here, and you can actually limit the events or flows that can be processed, the time span where that can be done, and the execution time over a period of time. So this should be plenty to allow you to only give access, as QRadar has visibility into many things. You want to restrict those and don't have everybody doing admin things, and you have different users doing different time. And remember that everything that is done within QRadar has its own log, so you can actually monitor what is it that everybody did.